It began with a telephone call. I was a young teacher at the University of Toronto, and I had a phone call, and it was from somebody in Peterborough. This person was calling on behalf of a group of Peterborough citizens who wondered if they could come and see me. At any rate, I said of course they were welcome to come. I had no idea what it was they were wanting to come about, and a few days later they appeared at the door, and the 10 of them filed into my office, and we had a cup of tea and a chat, and they told me that they very much wanted to see a post-secondary institution. Peterborough was an old Ontario town with a lot of history, a lot of cultural activity. At that time, a very distinguished tradition of literary work and publication, a lot of music and art. It was a university town without a university. It was a funny kind of invitation to receive. It was to be president of a university that didn't have a charter, had no students, had no staff, had no money, had no books. I had no particular aspiration to be an administrator or to be president of the university, but that if they were interested in a certain approach to higher education, and I described what I believed in, perhaps we might do it together. And I outlined to them then the kind of university that I thought was needed. At that time, universities were booming all across Canada and the United States, and they're getting very big very quickly. And in the process, I thought the need to give first and foremost attention to students was sometimes getting a bit lost. And there were then 3 years of intensive hard work and planning. Very few, if any, universities in the history of universities in Canada have had such an intensive and extended period of planning before they opened. We opened in '64, in September of '64. I take quiet pleasure in the university's success and achievements. Above all, I take pleasure in the fact that the students really seem to appreciate it and care for it, and that's reflected in the affection and loyalty of the alumni in huge numbers. The university has benefited in its whole educational program that is brought to the community, but also in the quality of life and the quality of activity and the richness of the artistic and cultural life of Peterborough. Those have been tremendously enhanced by the university's work. It was a natural thing, I think, and a timely thing for Peterborough to grow a university. And it was very much a growth of the town. It wasn't a hothouse plant that came from somewhere else. Others came from away like I did to join in and help. But the people who were here wanted it, and that's why it happened. And because of them, it became an astonishing success very rapidly.